Hello and welcome to the last section of this. This is called modeling and with variation. We're going to do direct, inverse, and joint. We're not graphing them, so I know it doesn't look like it quite goes in this section. If we did graph them, they would be identical graphs. This is more story problems and how to use it. So make sure your notes are out and let's go. All right, we're going to start off with the direct variation. So we're going to do direct, inverse, and combination with it and joint. So when we go through here, a direct variation means as x goes up, so does y. So if you look, this looks very similar to a line, right? So what k actually is, it's called the constant of variation. It is really, how does it change? It's a rate of change. If you remember, a slope. So first we're going to create the equation. We're going to substitute in a point and we're going to solve for k. And then we're going to replace k in the original and rewrite the equation and then use that equation to solve answers. So first we got to make this thing, and we can't do it without reading carefully. All right, the number of gallons of water used to take a shower varies directly. All right, so this is what I know. I know water varies directly, so that means it equals k times something as time. So directly means I multiply here. I am given 5-minute shower uses 30 gallons of gas, or gallons of water. All right. How much water is used to take a shower that lasts 10 minutes? So I need to know the water for a 10-minute shower is what I don't know. Okay, the first thing we do is we've created our equation. Water equals KT. Varies directly means I multiply them. So these are very important words. I'm going to replace the 30 gallons for the water, the 5 for the time, solve for K. All right, now I rewrite my equation. This is where I create an equation that works for no matter how much time or how much water I use. This time it said, oh, an 11-minute shower. My fault. I have 11 minutes, so I know I'm going to replace the T with the 11, and it's going to take 66 gallons of water. So we use my equation I created to answer the question. Okay, pause and try yours. All right, what did you know? And what don't you know? Okay, your number of miles you drive, so the miles varies directly with gallons. So I know miles varies directly, so there's some K times something, then it said gallons of gas in your car. I drove 810 miles on 30 gallons of gas. Next thing I know, how many miles can you drive with 12 gallons? So I need to find miles with 12 gallons. So now first we got to create our equation. So we know miles equals some constant times gallons. I'm given 810 miles, whoops, that's a 10. 10 miles equals K times 30, divide by the 30. So K is equal to, calculator real quick, and I have 27. All right, so K is 27. So my equation is miles is equal to 27 times gallons. So basically I'm getting 27 miles per gallon. All right, I have 12 gallons of gas, so how far can I go? This is 27 times 12. Type that into your calculator and you should get 324 miles. All right, here's another one. Varies directly again, so I know I'm multiplying. So we have to be careful on this one. It's a little bit tricky. All right, the weight of a great white shark. So I know my weight varies directly. So I know it equals K times something as the cube of its length. So L cubed. Okay, the shark is 15 feet long. So it's 15 feet long. And it weighs 2,025 pounds. I don't know, I gotta find weight when my length is equal to 25 feet. Okay, let's start with our problem. So I know W equals K times the length cubed. I know my weight is 2,025. I got to find how it varies. And the 15 cubed. All right, good so far? So let's type that in. 2025 equals 15 cubed is 3,375. Okay, divide by 3,375. I need some more room here. And we get K is equal to 0.6. So my constant of variation is 0.6. So my true equation is weight is equal to 0.6 the length cubed. So now I'm going to give 25 feet long. So how much does Jaws weigh? By the way, I hate that show. It scared me when I was younger. Okay, 25 cubed, type it in, and you get Jaws is going to weigh 9,375 pounds. It's awful. Probably isn't anymore, but when I was younger, it was scary. Okay, inverse variation. Inverse means you're going to divide. So now your constant, or your rate of change, is divided by x. So as x goes up, or as x goes down, y goes up. They vary directly. Okay, the length of a violin string, so length, so this is what I know. This is what I don't know. Varies inversely. This means k divided by something. So now I got L equals k divided by something. Then it says frequency of vibration. Okay, so I'm given 8 inches is my length and a vibration. So 640 equals the vibration. What is the frequency? So I'm trying to find the frequency of a 10-inch string. All right, so first we've got to create our equation. So I know length is L equals K, which I don't know. Frequency is 40. Common denominator, pretty simple, right? So you're going to multiply by 40. And 8 times 40. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I read that wrong. 640. Let's change this. 640. I hope you caught that, even though I did it wrong. So we get 5,120 is your constant of variation. So that means length is equal to 5,120 divided by the frequency. Okay, now I know my length is 10. So now I'm going to give you this guy. So 10 is equal to 5,120 over my frequency. How do I find my frequency? Well, again, we have to find a common denominator, which is F. We have 10F equals 5,120. So we're going to divide by 10, and I'm out of room. Your frequency equals 512, and this is cycles per second. Whoops, that's a second. Looks terrible. All right, pause and try yours. All right, now what do you know? And what don't you know? Okay, we know the pressure of a gas in a container. So I know pressure, okay, varies inversely. So I'm dividing K divided by something, volume. So there's my formula. A container whose volume is 8 has 12 pounds of pressure, and pressure equals 12. What is the pressure when the volume is 22? So I know volume equals 22. I have to find pressure. All right, let's plug these in. So 12 equals K over 8. I'm going to multiply by 8 here. So 8 times 12 is 96 equals my K. So my new formula is volume equals 96. I'm sorry, pressure. So pressure equals 96 over V. I'm given V this time. So pressure equals the 96 divided by 22. Type that in your calculator, you get 4.36 repeating, and that is pounds per square inch, right? Pressure, pounds per square inch. Okay, next. Hope you're getting your labels correct. Okay, this one is a both. You got to read carefully when you're doing this. And this, by the way, is wrong. Number of, this should say problems. And P should be number of people. All right. Okay, so the number of minutes needed to solve a math problem. So I know minutes is what I'm working with. Varies directly. So I know minutes is equal to K times something because it varies directly. The number of problems, well, that's N. So N. So it varies directly as the number of problems, but then it says and inversely. So inversely is divided. So now I got to divide the K by the number of people. And then the P goes down here. So that's my equation. All right, what were we given? So we also know we have 4 people. We have 32 minutes. And we have 16 problems. So now we got to solve for K. So we have 32 minutes equals, we don't know what K is. We know my number of problems is 16 divided by, 4. 4 people. Please go away. There we go. All right, when I look at this, the first thing I want to do is reduce. So this problem gets easier because 4 goes into 16 4 times. All right, so now I've got 32 equals 4K, divide by 4. So K equals 8. So my new equations is minutes equals a constant of 8 times the number divided by the people. So now we are given how many minutes will it take 8 people to solve 24 problems? So now I have 8 people and 24 problems. So I need to find minutes. 8 times the number of problems, which is 24, divided by 8 people. That means it's going to take 24 minutes to solve 8 problems. I hope you did well. Okay, another one. Pause and try it. Okay, monthly sales varies directly. So I know sales varies directly. So I'm multiplying with advertising budget. All right, we need to get a no, don't know chart going here. So we're going to let sales be S. We're going to let advertising be B for budget, inversely as price. And then price let equal P. So sales varies directly with the budget and inversely, so we're dividing, inversely means divide, as the price. Okay, there's my equation. We are given 60,000 is my budget. Okay, the price is equal to 40. And the sales is equal to 12,000. So we're just going to plug that all in. And we're going to get 12,000. Okay, we got to find K. We know our budget is 60,000. All over our 40 for the price. So a couple of ways to do this. I divide again just because that's easy. So 12,000 equals 1,500K, divide by 1,500. So K is equal to 8. So my equation is sales equals my constant of variation, 8 times the budget over the price. So now we are given what if the advertising budget is increased to 70? So my budget is 70,000. Skates remain at 40, so my price is still 40. And I want to know how many I'm going to sell. So plug that in your calculator and you should get 14,000 skates. I hope you did well. All right. See, these story problems aren't so bad. Just make sure you're reading very carefully. Okay, joint variation means you are multiplying by more than one thing. You've actually done this quite a bit. Like the area of a triangle is joint variation because the K is 1/2 and it's times base and height. So it's dependent upon two things. That's what the joint variation means. All right, let's see if this thing will come back today. Okay, X varies jointly as Z and the difference between Y and W. Okay, so jointly means two things multiplied. So get X equals K. Now the two things are Z, okay, and the difference between Y and W, now this is in parentheses, and difference means subtract. So Y minus W, that's where that came from. Now we're going to replace our things. So X is 20, Z is 5, Y is 4, and W is 2. Now we're just doing a math. So 5 times 2 is 10, divide, and K is 2. So we set up our new value, and X equals 2Z, Y minus W. Okay, now I'm going to give what is X when Y is 7 and W is 13. If you notice you don't have enough information, you need to know what Z is. So should we just make something up? What would you like it to be? How about let's let Z equal 2. So we just plug these in. So X equals 2 times Z, which is 2, all over 7 minus 13. 7 minus 13 is a negative 6. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. We don't know what this is about, so we don't know for sure if that makes sense or not, but that's what we got. Okay, let's try it with a little bit of a story problem, a little bit of context. C varies jointly, so we got a K, we had two things, as A and T, so nothing fancy, just multiplying. Okay, C is 175. How do you like that cat? I thought it was pretty clever there. Equals K times A times your T. Okay, so you got 8,400 here. Divide by 8,400. And you get K is equal to, I need a calculator. Okay, I hope you did well. So we did a 21 or 4. We got our constant of variation and rounded to 3 decimals, which is 0.021. We created our new equation. We plugged in the numbers they asked us to solve for, and C is 302.4. All right, good luck on your homework. Post questions if you have any. Have a great day.